Now, at the time, myself and Sheamus used to work in the same bar. I was a bartender, he was a bouncer, and that's how we became friends. I had a wrestling magazine I was reading one day. We got chatting, and I was going to push him from the beginning as, excuse me, the Irish guy there. So he went off and he went to, his mom lived in America at the time. So he went to, I think it was New Jersey where the Monster Factory is.
Yep.
That's New Jersey. Yeah. So he went there to train, and he had mixed stories on it when he came back. It didn't really work out for him the way it did work. So he came back to Ireland, and then I started to use him around 2004. But prior to that, to go back to 2002, there was no Irish training schools. There was no Irish talent in Ireland at the time. So I had to use international guys. So I'd bring in the likes of Tatanka, PNUs, Mike Modest. So as you can understand, it was very, very costly flying these guys in. And I booked a big 2,000-seat arena for 2 shows. And I worked in bars. So I was used to promoting music acts to adults. So I advertised to adults, but I didn't get the numbers I thought I would. So I had a big 2,000-seat arena, and I had roughly 300 people in for the first show, 500 for the second show. And then I completely changed the format, and I started to advertise to families, to kids, to young people. And then I brought Jake the Snake in while he was living in England. He was quite a character back then. And I ran the same arena and got 1,200 people when I knew how to market wrestling towards a younger audience and a more family audience. Whereas now wrestling has changed in Europe. It's more for the adults than it is for young people. So it's gone around full circle. I had a guy here called Mandrake, Garth Kidd. He was tremendous. But at the time, Sheamus had blocked guys in Irish Whip from getting tryouts because that we had. And I remember Fit Finlay passing the word back through a very well-known old Irish promoter called Peter Nulty. And he said to me, look, Fit Finlay's after saying, Taylor guys not to mention Irish Whip wrestling because of the heat with Sheamus. Fine. But if that heat wasn't there, I could definitely see Mandrake being in the farm system and potentially getting some kind of a spot on the main roster, maybe as opening mid-card. He was that talented, like, he was a legit martial artist as well. He had charisma, work ethic was through the roof, like. So he's somebody else that, unfortunately, he left wrestling and he became an instructor. He has his own MMA gym now, like, and he's a musician too, like, but he was an excellent talent.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.